Good day, everyone. This topic is all about distinctive features of phonemes presented by Group 6. Distinctive features. For two phones or sounds to contrast meaning, there must be some difference between them. For example, the phonetic features of voicing distinguishes S from Z. For example, zip from zip. Next, when a feature distinguishes one phoneme from another, it is a distinctive feature or a phonemic feature. When we say distinctive features, in linguistics, a distinctive features is the most basic unit of phonological structure that may be analyzed in phonological theory. Distinctive features are grouped into categories according to natural classes of segment they describe, such as feature values. Features have two values, the positive feature and the negative feature, to indicate the presence or absence of the particular features. For example, B is positive voice and P is negative voice. Phonemes were thought to be the ultimate constituents of language. Phonemes is the smallest unit that a sound can be broken down into. However, in later years, phonologists indicated that phonemes could further be divided into smaller constituents known as features. A feature is a phonetic property that can be used to classify sounds. For instance, all consonants possess that phonetic features or consonantal, which is not a feature shared by vowels. Some consonants have the features and voice, while some consonants do not. Next, we have the phonemic patterns may vary across languages. The same phones may occur in two languages but pattern differently because the phonologies of the languages are different. While aspiration is not distinctive in English, it is a distinctive in Thai. Let me read the example of voiceless unaspirated and voiceless aspirated. First, the voiceless unaspirated pa, which is forest, tam, to pound, cat, to bite, and in the voiceless aspirated fa, to split, tam, to do, cat, to interrupt. Afterwards, we saw that languages from all over the world use different phonemes. That's what makes language learning more complex.
Natural classes of speech sounds. Phonological rules often apply to natural classes of sounds. So, a phonological rule is a formal way of expressing a systematic phonological or morphophonological process or diachronic sound change in language. Also, phonological rules are commonly used in generative phonology as annotation to capture sound related operations and computations the human brain performs when producing or comprehending spoken language. They may use phonetic notation or distinctive features or both. Next, a natural class is a group of sounds described by a small number of distinctive features. So, a natural class is a set of sounds that have a certain phonetic features in common. For a group of sounds to constitute a natural class, they must all share one or more features and there should be no other sounds in the language that have this feature or combination of features. Classes are defined by distinctive features having reference to articulatory and acoustic phonetic properties, including manners of articulation, places of articulation, voicing, and continuance. For example, the set containing the sounds p, t, and k is a natural class of voiceless stops in American Standard English. This class is one of several other classes including the voice stops b, d, and g. To give a further example, the system of Chomsky and Hale defines the class of voiceless stops by the specification of two binary features, continuant and voice. Any sound with the both feature continuant not able to be pronounced continuously, and the feature voice not pronounced with the vibration of the vocal cords is included in the class, thus specifying all and only the voiceless stops.
Non-distinct features. When a feature is predictable by a certain class of sounds, that feature is a non-distinct or redundant feature for that class. So for example, sa standard English, voiceless stops are aspirated kung ito ay unang tunog ng isang word or the word initial or when they are in the onset position of a stressed syllable. Next, for example, nasalization is a redundant feature for English vowels but is distinctive for English consonants. We also saw that nasality ay hindi distinctive feature for English vowels, hence, the nasality feature value of the vowels in bin, min, come, and sing is predictable since ito ay nag-occur bago ang syllable or word final nasal consonants. So when a feature value is predictable by rule, it is a redundant feature. Thus, nasality is a redundant feature in English vowels but a non-redundant feature for English consonants. Also, aspiration is a non-distinct feature for voiceless stops in English. Aspiration is a feature in language where saying a consonant gives out a puff of air. So the point in here, aspiration is not a distinctive feature since when aspiration is added to K, it does not create a different phoneme as in the case of with voicing.
Major classes of sounds. Consonantal. Sounds produced with an obstruction in the oral cavity which, if partial, needs to result in at least audible friction in the air passed out of the oral cavity. There are two positive cons and negative cons. Positive cons stops nasals, fricatives, affricates, and liquids, which are laterals or trills. The other one is negative cons, vowels, approximants. Syllabics. Sounds which can function as the nucleus or peak of a syllable are said to be syllabic. Positive seal and negative seal. Positive seal vowels, negative seal all the other sounds which are stop, nasals, fricatives, affricates, liquids, approximants, and etc. Sonorants. Sonorants are sounds produced with relatively free passage of air are termed as sonorants. Positive son, vowels, nasals, liquids. Negative son, stops, fricatives, affricates, sound with feature. Negative son are termed as obstruents. Voice. Sounds produced with vocal cords in vibration. Positive voice. Sound segments including vowels. Negative voiceless sounds.